Hello and welcome to Berwick Mitsubishi. My name is Mark Hoffman and today I'm going to be taking you for a video walk around tour of our 2011 Landcruiser Prado Kakadu. A lot to talk about in the Kakadu. These things retail for just on $90,000 when new, so an absolute steal right now with a lot of gear fitted to it as well. We'll start up at the front. We've got the ARB color-coded winch compatible bull bar with the upper hoops as well. Doesn't have a winch fitted to it currently, but does have the winch blanking plate. Do have the little shoe as well as front sensors, and they've been nice enough to keep the front camera as well. So a nice wide angle view of the front camera make this car very easy to park as well. Do have spots there for aerials or a light bar if you feel the need to. Have front fog lights as well as in the bull bar we've got our little indicators there as well. Up the front we do have AFS HID headlights, which means that as you turn the steering wheel they turn with you. Makes driving at country roads really good. Do have the headlight washers there as well as the big high beams. One thing to note at the front of this car, presents brilliantly, not a sign of a stone chip or anything on the bull bar, bonnet or front guards. Does have factory headlight protectors as well. Coming around the side of the car, we'll get to our first wheel here. We do have a Toyo highway terrain tyre, really good on the highway, nice and quiet, unlike the big mud tyres. Brilliant condition alloy wheel and a great condition tyre. Look, I can miss most of my finger, actually my little finger hides easily in there quite well. Coming around to the side a little bit more, we will notice one thing, the car is lowered. At the moment it does have its height adjustable suspension. We'll go through that in a little bit, probably at the end actually. Coming down a bit further, we do have indicators in the mirrors, nice big mirrors in the Kakadu. We do have proximity key. I don't know if I've got the key in my pocket. No, I don't. But usually if the car was locked, simple feature of just pop your hand over there, locks. Keys are in the car, so it's having a yell at me for trying to lock the car while the keys are in it. I'll just make it quiet there. Coming down, no signs of scratches, dents or anything down the side of the car. No signs of off-road use. The side skirts are in brilliant condition. No signs of scratches or marks there. Coming up to the back, brilliant condition alloy wheel, and yet again a great highway terrain tyre with heaps of tread in there as well. It looks almost brand new. Coming around to the back of the Kakadu, little badge here just says it all. Just tells everyone else who bought a GXL or something that this one they bought, you spent the money to buy the good one. Big indicators, big tyre cover there, reversing camera in the tyre cover there, reversing sensors as well as a tow kit there for the Toyota, rated at 2.5 ton towing in this car as well. Coming down the side a little bit more, little button here hidden, same as the driver's door. You've got lock and unlock with the key for the back door here. No signs of any sort of damage or scratches down this side of the vehicle either. Really impressive actually. Back passenger wheel here, unmarked, no gutter rash, nothing like that. Brilliant condition rear tyre as well. Coming down the side of the vehicle, no signs of scratches or nicks as I mentioned before. Do have the side rails here as well. What I will do is I will stop a little bit and get my cameraman just to have a little look under here. We'll talk about it inside the car, but that's one of the many cameras around the vehicle as well, making parking this car on the gutter side really easy. Probably one of the reasons there's no marks on the wheels. Last wheel again, unmarked, brilliant condition tyre as well. So all the way around this vehicle presents brilliantly. Right, round to the front of the Kakadu now. Pretty simple process. Trick to this is opening the latch inside the car. Little latch there, open the bonnet clean and out of our way. Now this is the petrol edition. Not as many out there of these, but they're actually a brilliant motor for this car. I have the same motor in my FJ Cruiser and it performs really well. Fuel economy is actually quite good on my car and you get that power and acceleration, but key to it, you get quietness. You don't have a loud diesel in this car, a very nice car to drive. This car has just on 100,000 kilometers. You're looking at a 6-cylinder 4-litre V6, 202 kilowatts of power, 381 newton meters of torque, combined up to a 5-speed automatic 4x4 of course. You're going to get on average 11.5 litres to the 100. Now my stat guy's written here 150 litre tank, but he's a little bit off because this car is actually fitted with a gas system. So 11.5 litres to the 100 with gas, you're actually going to get really good economy. And I rarely ever do this, but I'll get my camera in to have a little look here. If we lift up our little engine tray, it's not so clean under there, but if he looks over the back left over that way, you'll see it is actually injected gas as well. So nice power, very similar power to petrol as well. So you've got the efficiency and the power and cheap running costs. Alright, round to the back of the Kakadu. Gave you the highlight reel before, reverse camera, reverse sensors, tow pack 2.5 ton rated, big high mount stoplight up here as well, and a big tyre cover. Open up the door here. Opens the correct way. My FJ opens the other way. This would be much nicer. Little lock here, so if it's a windy day, twist that, locks away quite happily. Now I've taken the liberty of just removing our little cargo cover here. It does clip in quite easily, and then it's all out of your way, protects all of your many things. Coming into the back here now, heaps of space. Do have little cargo tie down points. While the camera is looking over here, we do have an AC adapter as well for 100 watt. So that'd charge iPads and maybe even a laptop, depending on your laptop, I don't know. We've got cup holders in the back, rear seat belts hide, something that's really good. But before we do that, seats do fold in a 60-40 split there, nice and easy. Do have the child seat anchor points as well. Rear air conditioning for all 3 rows as well in the roof there. Nice to see. And then a really simple, basically little push of the button here. How easy is this? Go to IKEA, pick up the big box. You can open and fold the seats electrically, and they come up a little slow, but there's no effort, no reaching in, none of that malarkey. Nice and easy. I think you do have to reach in just to lift up the headrest there, but nice and simple as well. Pop that down and then fold him away. Nice and easy. What I'll get my camera in to do is just fold around behind me, and you'll see on this side, in front of me if you want to, Lynn, you'll see I do have the subwoofer there. It's yelling at me because I stopped the seat. I will keep it going. Sorry, Mr. Kakadu, it doesn't like that when you stop. But you will see one of the many speakers. Subwoofer here, speakers in the back, all around. We'll get into that in a moment. Alright, if you thought this video was going to be long, you're right. There is a lot to talk about in the inside of this car, actually. What we'll start with is the steering wheel. Wood grain at the top, wood grain throughout the interior as well, but a brilliant place to be. Brilliant place to do a lot of kilometers, actually. Very comfortable car. Leather wrap, brilliant condition, no signs of wear or anything like that. Is height and reach adjustable electrically, of course. When you turn the car on and off, you actually do get, it does fold away and up for you, in conjunction with your memory seat here, depending on which of the 2 keys you're currently using at the time. Let's pop them away down there. Alright, we'll start here. On the right hand side we do have the menu controls as well as voice control, Bluetooth phone as well. On the left side we have our little media controls here, as well as one of the camera controls. We'll get into that in a minute. SRS airbag, of course. Toyota cruise control system, it's brilliant. I had a 1991 Supra and it had the exact same stalk. It just works on, off, up, down, really simple. Turn the steering wheel out of the way. We've got our headlights off. I don't know why they'd be off for any reason. Put them on automatic. If you do drive in rain or something, you do want to turn them on, I suppose. Nice HIDs. As I mentioned, when you turn the steering wheel, will turn with you. A great feature. You've got to try that at night. Front fog light, of course. Coming down the right hand side here, a lot of buttons to talk about. We've got our power windows as well as our door lock if you're driving through a bad suburb. As it says, all of them are automatic. Memory seat option here as well as the steering wheel. Coming down here, push button start, keep the key in your pocket or your purse, and handbag probably, purse might not fit, and push the button and it'll go. Power mirrors as well, little button there to fold them in as well if you're in a tight city car park, etc. Coming down from there, we've got a little button here to turn the gas system on and off, as well as the headlight washer button. Being HIDs, you want to keep them nice and clean as to not blind other people. Little button here for the interior illumination as well. Coming across the steering wheel now, nice big easy to read dashboard there. Coming down here though, this is where a lot of the fun stuff happens, and the reason to buy a Kakadu, I reckon. You've got a lot of buttons here. One of them's off. Why on earth did you turn it off? It's all about the suspension. Put it in comfort there, nice and comfortable. Not sure why you'd go sport, to be honest. Not really a sports car, but comfort for me, thank you. As well as our height adjustment. So cruising along on the highway, keep it nice and low, save yourself a bit of fuel. But if you do need to go off-road or you're using a track where there's some ruts or anything like that, you can bump the height right up as well. Or if you need to see over a car that's next to you in your traffic, bump it up. Turn traction control off here as well. While we're talking about height and traction control, I'm actually going to go down this way a little bit here as well to confuse my cameraman. We do have a lot of our four-wheel drive system controls here. We've got our crawl control. Now, same as in my FJ, it's got on, off, up, down. So when you're going down a hill, it'll control the brakes and throttle, everything like that for you as you go down the hill, and you can control the speed. It's always in 4 high, can go to 4 low as well. Advantage when you go to 4 low is you can use these buttons here. You've got a center diff lock, which is good. It separates the power 50-50 front and back, but my favorite one if you're getting into the off-road stuff is the rear diff lock. If you even pick up a wheel, it will keep this thing powering along. A good get out of jail button, that one. just walk past your old GU patrols and things without lockers, that button. Coming up from there, we've got our audio system here, nice and simple to use, but you will see it's great quality. We've got Dolby Digital and DTS, that's a good one to have, nice quality sound in this car as well. Coming up from there, our climate control system. I think we've actually got a lot of zones here. We've got dual front zones, and we also have the rear zone as well, which can be controlled from the back. Our camera will show you that in a little while, as well as heated rear windows and heated side mirrors, which is great in the morning to see out of these two side ones. Coming up from there, you'll see check the parking assist sensor. We got a little warning. I've already sent an email just before this video for the front right parking sensor on the car. It's going back to our workshop to have that looked at. Maybe it got water in it or something when they detailed the car. But I can get rid of that little warning there. We can go into map, which will be nice. Show map, please. Nice and simple, gives you a compass, latitude, longitude. That's the exact place where we are. 20-32 Kangan Drive. How easy is that? Obviously you can set your destination, fully easy to use, as well as audio. You can go through radio, CD, auxiliary, USB as well. Going up from there again, we've got our electrochromatic mirror. Hello camera. What that does, if someone's got bright headlights behind you, it will automatically dim down. A very nice feature to have. Coming up again, we've got our lights for obviously the doors, as well as our little interior lights. Up here even further, I love this, having a sunroof in a four-wheel drive. You do have a fully opening sunroof, so you can push the little button and the sunroof will happily open, and you can also tilt it as well. Coming back a bit further, I think my cameraman might have already beaten me to it, you do have a rear entertainment unit. One thing to note about this is I don't know where my cameraman put the boxes. They were on the back seat. I doubt it's ever been used. The headsets are still in their boxes and wrapping in the back as well, so it does have both headsets for that unit. Seat trim in the back is brilliant condition in this car as well. As you'll see, leather with perforated leather, as well as in the center there we do have cup holders for your rear seat passengers as well. We sort of skipped over a couple of little bits and bobs on this car. I want to just cover off something in the center here when we come up. Rear seat air conditioning, as I mentioned before, can control everything from there in the rear. I can override it at the front if parents want to disable it so the kiddies can't play, can do that. Coming up here, we've missed a couple of things, Lynn, we don't want to forget them. Heated front seats, brilliant in the morning. Winter is coming, it's a brilliant feature to have. 12-volt socket there, as well as auxiliary in both USB and aux cord there. Little spot for our keys, obviously just sitting there, but here's one of the best ones. So many people put the big Waco fridge in, which you really don't need too much. Do have a cool box here. Can store, by the looks, I reckon you could get 8 cans quite easily in there, or a couple of juices for the kids. Great for the day trip, actually. Really good feature, that one. Pop that down into a big important thing with the Toyotas, the service books. All right, let me find the right book here. Here we go, warranty and service. All right, we've got a bit of paper there. Oh, that's just so we actually registered the car. That's a good start. Good thing here, non-fleet private buyer, actually a normal name. You don't want Hertz owning your car before you, so nice to see a private company, private car there. Service history, Toyota, 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 Toyota. We've got new gas. That's probably when the gas system was installed. So I would hazard a guess the gas system's only 20,000 kilometers old on this car. Wow. New gas again. Obviously he's getting it serviced there. He liked the people there. Serviced again. And then we've obviously given it a service here when we brought it into stock only about 100 kilometers ago. So not due for another 10,000 kilometers or 6 months being a Toyota. So full service history as well. The story just keeps getting better. Thank you for watching this video walk around tour, although a little long, of our massive feature list Kakadu. As you've seen, brilliant condition outside, brilliant condition inside, a gas system that's going to save you heaps of money when you tour the country in this one, and it is ready to tour with most of the gear you need to go. Full service history as well. As I said, this car retailed for $90,000, so an absolute steal at this price, so be very quick. Give us a call, 9907 0555, and thank you for watching.